Here's an interesting conundrum for you first thing in the morning. This engine is at top dead centre. The lock pin is in the flywheel. The crankshaft bolt and the damper are on, but the OT mark on the damper doesn't line up with the mark on the engine case. But the keyway and there's a keyway when you put the bolt in, yeah, so that's lined up, and then there's a locating pin on the damper into the bolt, so that should be lined up. There's no way that you can put it on wrong, but they're on, and the timing mark is 2 inches to the left of the mark on the timing case. So how can that be? That's a strange one, yeah? Because they're pinned in the correct position. So how can they be, there's no other way for them to go on for it to be correct. To get my thinking cap on. Okay, problem solved. This is why we should always double check, right? Double check. I thought the engine was at top dead centre, and the pin was in, and to me that all seemed ideal, as that would be top dead centre, but it wasn't lining up to the mark on the balancer. So what we've done is we have got the gauge out here, okay, and we've set it there, and now we are bang on this balancer. We're bang on the centre on the timing mark, and to me that is top dead centre. So we should now be able to see this. This is at 0, and we're going to turn this, and that's it. It's out. It's down. We turn it back round, crank it round. We wait for this to come back up, and here we go. We're getting to it. We are making contact, and bang, right in the centre of top dead 0. Getting there. Hang on. Let's find it exactly. So there will be a flat bit in the middle as it comes across the top of the piston. Yeah, we see that's it. T space 0 and bang. Yeah, so now we have found top dead centre of the engine. We know it is in line to the mark on the crank up. At the T, makes contact, passes over the top, and then I hit the 0, back down again. So, mystery solved. That's why you check. That's why you double check, because I would have been forever, well, it would have been wrong. It would have been wrong. But, you know, that's forever in your mind. Is this right? Is this right? Is this timing right in this car? And especially this car with the double Vanos and everything, when I'm trying to set it up, it's going to be difficult. So that's a really good peace of mind that we double checked with the dial gauge, and we know for sure that we have top dead centre, because it didn't make sense what was going on there. My next question is the hole in the flywheel in the wrong place? Has the flywheel been off this car at some point in time and remounted, and now the flywheel is at the wrong place? I don't know, but we got it confirmed, so we don't need to worry any longer about that. We are sorted. Now you might think that was just because I really wanted to use my fancy dial gauge, but it really wasn't. But I don't know the last time I used that, years and years ago, and it's been sitting in a drawer forever, and it's like, oh, it's good to have every tool, isn't it? It's good to have everything. Look, I opened the windows to the office the other day. What a nice What a nice view we have out of the office. Coming soon. How would that make a good thumbnail? One day. But yeah, as soon as we get all of this BMW crap out of the way, we can start on this, and that's going to be fun. Unless something else breaks down in the meantime. But yeah, that was not some kind of a setup just to use my dial gauge. That was me actually getting to put something I bought a decade ago into good use. Oh, but I'm happy now. Hopefully I'll go back downstairs in a minute and we can start to get the head onto this car. Now we are going to tighten up our head bolts. We have installed them, we oiled them, wound them in nicely by hand. They're all in nice. So what we're going to do is tighten them. We have the paper there with the procedure. Now, I learned this procedure from some master technicians in Sharjah, in the UAE, and like they are the best, the world's greatest mechanics. They are. So what we do is we use this, and we go 6 hugger-duggers on each bolt, and then that's good. And they always told me, no, you just go da 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 da, and then you are good. You don't need to worry about it. None of this angle gauges and tighten it once, tighten it again, blah blah blah. They just put it on, batter it, bat. You know, these guys are true mechanics because they're doing like 4 head gaskets in a day. You know, they rattle through them. You know, it's none of this 50 hours of labour. It's like a couple of hours in and out. And you know, this is the greatest invention ever made. It's like what a time-saving unit it is. So we'll quickly give it 6 hugger-duggers and then we should be good to go. So, okay, so that's it all tight. That took what? A minute? Flying through this job today. Next thing to remember is it's the same with your torque wrench. Always give it one more bat for luck, you know? Jokes. Imagine the outrage. No, we have our torque wrench here, and we have our procedures here. Always follow the instructions. So, Spanish, remove the residue, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Yep, easy peasy. So we shall get on with doing this the correct way. I am not tightening the cylinder head bolts with the hugger-dugger, but it would make life easier. This is where the name for this channel came from, mechanical therapy, because doing these kind of jobs, working on the head, the methodical step by step, take your time, putting all this together, this is the closest you will get to meditation working on a car. Like when other things are frustrating and you're in tight spaces and it's annoying and you're trying to do bolts up, like putting the sump on, what a pain in the ass that is. But when you're doing this and you're just working through this methodically and there's space and you're just taking your time, putting the bolts on, putting the caps on, torquing it all down, this is the closest you can get to meditation when working on a car, even before putting the springs in, putting the valve collets, all of this stuff. Like the valve collets is I don't know, it's like pure zen. I love it. This is really the best bit about working on cars, is just taking your time and going through these kind of jobs slowly and putting it all together and doing it right, marking it all out, getting all your torques right. Just there's real satisfaction in this bit of the job, getting the head on, getting everything torqued down. Now we do still have to put all the vanos back together, and that's going to be a pain in the dick, but this bit here, when you're just putting a head on, putting the cams in and everything, that is pure zen. You know what the best thing about having a lift is as you get fatter, you can adjust where you can rest your belly on the wing of the car, up a little bit, down a little bit, This is like perfect gut rest right here for doing your stuff. And that is the true joy of having a lift.